So what is epigenetics? Jennifer Lopez's latest song? A cutting-edge social media platform? Maybe the new Spielberg film? No. It's far more important than all of those things put together because it can make you live longer, be happier, it can make your body healthier, and thanks to Dr. Bruce Lipton, it can take all of us closer to finding the superhero inside ourselves. In very simple terms, epigenetics is the study of biological mechanisms, of cellular and physiological traits that will switch genes on and off, but crucially define how our cells actually read those genes. What Bruce Lipton was saying in his book, The Biology of Belief, was that despite all that science has taught us, we are not governed by our DNA. And in fact, our response to the signals sent out by our environment changes our life. Ultimately, that we control our own destiny. We are the masters of our fate, able to create lives overflowing with peace, happiness, and love. Still confused? Well, here's an analogy that might help you understand what epigenetics truly is. Think of your life as a long movie. Your cells will be the actors and actresses, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. Your DNA in turn will be the script, instructions for all the participants of the movie to perform their roles. Subsequently, the DNA sequence will be the words in the script. Epigenetics, well, that will be the director. Tarantino, Spielberg, Scorsese, you. The script can be the same, but the director can choose to eliminate or tweak certain scenes or dialogue which change the movie for better or for worse. After all, Steven Spielberg's finished product would be drastically different than Tarantino's, even with the same script. What I'm saying here is epigenetics is scientific proof that you are the director in your life. That the breast cancer that perhaps took lives in previous generations actually cannot touch you if you are willing to believe in the biology of belief. Yes, your DNA and astrology can give you an idea of how your life is going to plan out. But if you lead a healthy lifestyle, the movie will be completely different to the movie that would play out should you lead a life of stress. Yes, that's the other thing. Dr. Bruce Lipton needs me to tell you this, and that is that stress is responsible for 90% of disease. That's 90. Not DNA, not our ancestry, not bad luck or even lack of money. Stress. You see, 40 years ago, Lipton discovered that our cells develop according to their environment. If that's a healthy environment, the cells are healthy. But if you put yourself in a stressful, unhealthy environment, you're putting your body in major dis-ease. The likelihood is, therefore, that you'll develop some kind of sickness. However, positive thinking, strong belief patterns combined with a peaceful environment will give our lives a completely different outcome. Change your mind, change the chemistry. Change your job or your partner to something or someone you really like who doesn't stress you out, or at least change your belief pattern, and bingo, your life is transformed. So why don't we get taught this in science? Why is it not common knowledge that the power of thought can change our world? Well, yes, it's starting to become better known, but the problem is that the big pharmas make an absolute fortune on antidepressants, on drugs to fight disease. So if the whole world knew that a happy head and a positive belief system meant a healthy body, then how would they make any money? That's the problem. Fear at the moment drives the entire business. But don't worry, things are going to change. Forget about the big pharmas for now. The time has come for you to become empowered. You've got to meditate. You've got to eat healthily. You've got to think positively. You've got to live from the heart. You've got to get out in nature. You've got to breathe. You've got to focus and believe in your own good health. I know what you're thinking. Can you just give us an example of how fear really influences our biology? Great question. Yes, I can. Imagine you're there 200 lifetimes ago, living in an African jungle, hunting for your family. And just as you're about to catch that tasty antelope, a lion appears from nowhere. Shit. When we hold a picture of fear, our blood changes to prepare ourselves. We start to get mobilized. The brain releases elements such as cortisol and agents which affect the immune system. And the collective response is it redirects the flow of energy in our body, and the blood controls the energy because that's where all the nutrients and the resources are. Now, normally the blood is in our viscera, which repair the body. But in a state of fear, the blood flow goes straight to the arms and the legs because these will help us to run away from the lion. Have you ever been chased by a lion in this lifetime? Me neither. So in this fear-bound state, the blood vessels in the gut then squeeze and shut down. In fact, all our unnecessary mechanisms shut down, including the immune system. Now that's fine for 10 minutes when you're running away from a lion in the jungle. But if you live in the modern world where there's no lions, you do not need to be in this state all of the time. The problem is some of us are, and some of us are in a state of chronic stress all the time, which means we're in fight or flight constantly, and it means that our immune system is hardly ever working. According to Bruce Lipton, who's the father of this theory, this state is responsible for 90% of our disease. All the more reason to meditate, relax, eat healthily, empower yourself, have thoughts of love, be happy, let go of our fears. Shh. Don't tell the big farmers, but our lives could be transformed with absolutely no drugs. Change your story, change the vision. The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry in your body. Now do you understand why epigenetics is so important? Ha, hallelujah. It works to see the true potential of our human mind and the cells in our body and our hearts. The true potential in you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for listening. Love and peace. Namaste.